Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you this BLACKPINK Rose makeup look today from their new music video As If It's Your Last. And she has a very metallic smoky look that sometimes looks different because of the music video purpley lighting. So I'm going to incorporate that and show you guys a wearable look. First up, I'm taking my FaceShop sponge and this Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the lightest shade and just blending that all across my face. Next up, I'm going to conceal with Physicians Formula Concealer, and Rose has a very baby-like, flawless skin texture that's very plump, so I'm going to conceal all the hard shadows and imperfections on my skin, hoping to give a little more volume to my skin. And pat that away with a light hand so it doesn't rub off. Next up, I'm going to conceal my under eye circles with my foundation instead of concealer because Maybelline Fit Me line in general just has a very good adherence to the skin and kind of blurs out lines and pores. So I just like my under eyes to look natural and not cakey. Also making sure my nose area is clean for my contouring later on. Next up is brows. Rose has very unique looking brows because I think she actually draws them straight, but because she's a person, the three-dimensional shape is her brow bone kind of curving in a round shape. So I'm gonna try to create that as best as I can by creating a little arch in the middle of my brows and then extending it out as much as I can to reach my temples without looking funny. Then I'm gonna blend it out with a spoolie. Rose has a very slender face, so it's really important to make your brows as long as possible. Next, I'm going to conceal all my hairs that I don't need. I didn't want to pluck my eyebrows just for this look, but she has quite thin brows, so I'm just going to conceal over my little arch there. This step also makes sure your brows look sharp and neat. And then I'm noticing that I need to make the front of my brows higher than the bottom, so that's what I'm doing there. I'm going in with a brown brow mascara. Rose has dark hair for this comeback look. Then taking my bronzer, I'm going to connect the brow work that I did to my nose bridge, and this is just gonna make the whole look more natural on my face. Then I'm contouring my nose very slenderly, and this is just going to be a base for the contouring that I'm gonna do after. I'm taking my brow pencil. I always do this step because it really oomphs my nose contouring. I'm gonna create a dotted line, like a circle on the tip of my nose because Rose has a very round end and a very slender top of the nose bridge. So I'm going to blend that all out with a precision brush and just use a small brush or like your pinky so that nothing looks muddy. You're kind of creating like a new nose. Then I'm taking a anti-aging primer. I actually recommend the Urban Decay Eden one because that one has a lot more coverage and it's super long lasting, so it's like a perfect base for idol makeup. Next, I'm going to take this toasty brown mocha color as a base for my eyeshadow look. So just put that all over your eyes, excluding the brow bone. Then I'm taking a brown and a magenta and doing this on the inner corner so that my eyes could look closer to each other. Taking this toasty brown color and putting it on my lower lid. And also extend all your eyeshadows outwards because Rose has very wide eyes. Then I'm taking this dark brown and I'm just creating a guideline for my outer thirds and inner thirds. Make sure your eyeshadow doesn't touch your bottom eyelid, so there's like that little white space between your lower lid and upper lid, if that makes sense. Grr. Then I'm gonna take this brown again and put it on the lower lid. blend everything together by adding a warm orangey brown shade across your entire eye. All the eyeshadow I'm using are kind of sparkly. And then do the same thing on your bottom lids as well. Then I'm taking this NYX Lingerie color, mixing it with my MAC Strobe Cream and putting it in the middle of my eyes where I left empty. And you can use a clear lip gloss, but I find that it kind of smudges the makeup look. Then I'm taking this Urban Decay Cosmic Glittery eyeshadow and concentrating that on top of that wet texture there. Then blending that out with that same warm color. Gunshot! This is very like silvery, metallic, perfect for this look. I'm going to go over that guideline I previously made, just accentuate my outer and inner thirds. Just kind of create like a fish shape, if that makes sense, going towards the ball of your eyes, so it's round. Then I'm going to put a brown on the holes of my eyelids to kind of bring this whole eye makeup look together and blend the borderline. Taking this magenta and purple color, I'm going to concentrate that on my lower thirds on the outside and kind of extend it out. Then I'm going to do this idol makeup look where every idols do this, I feel like. They take a brown dark shade or an eyeliner and they extend their lower lid parallel to their upper eyeline. This really opens up the eyes. Just find the place where your lower eyelid curves and it's no longer a straight line, and then extend it out. Taking that same NYX Lingerie color and putting that to create 애교살. Put a gold shimmery shade over it to kind of bling bling and accentuate that. Next, I'm curling my eyelashes. I'm going to put on lashes anyways, so I'm just gonna do this. I just don't want to have Jaws teeth eyelashes where it's like separate from my fake and my real ones, you know? Then tightline your eyes with the dark brown eyeliner. This doesn't have to be too fancy because we're gonna stick on lashes anyways. And just extend the tail out so that it's not droopy nor curved. Next, taking these $2 eyelashes. I'm not gonna cut them today because Rose has very elongated eye makeup, so I'm going to use that to its advantage. And just wait till the glue is a little tacky before sticking it on. That helps a lot. And I'm taking a translucent glue, make sure. And then I'm just gonna follow the shape of my eyes and then make sure that eyeline band there is like my eyeline. So make that as straight as possible, not droopy, not curved, to create that special droopy looking cat eye that Rose has. Next, I'm doing my lips. I'm mixing a PERIPERA pink lip tint with my Etude House Cool Tone lip color, and this just creates a very pretty Barbie pink that all the BLACKPINK members have. And then I'm taking this Marc Jacobs color and I'm gonna load that in the center of my lips. Then Rose has a very plump lip shape, but it's very narrow, so I'm trying to mimic that with a concealer. Next, I'm taking a bronzer. She has a very slender face, so I'm concentrating that on my jaws and chin, and then going over on top of my cheekbones because I have very wide cheekbones compared to her, so I'm just gonna attempt to mask that. Also, do your hairline. Then I'm doing my blush, and Rose has very plump baby cheeks, so I'm going to put it in a wide surface on the middle and on top of my cheekbones, then setting that all in with the translucent powder. I love this Too Faced champagne color for a highlight, so I'm just going to highlight all my nose, my cheekbones, and just anywhere else. I'm just kind of masking the sides of my nose and my lips because Rose has a very plump cheek. Then I'm going to do bottom mascara with an eyeliner brush. And then I'm just going to tie my hair. Make sure your parting isn't in the middle like you expect it to. It's just a normal side part. And then you just tie it into little bunny ears. And then Rose doesn't really have like a super curled hair for this look. So I'm just gonna give it slight waves wherever I want to create this look that doesn't look like there's too much effort in. Just curl it outwards. It just has very subtle waves. And that is it for this makeup look. I am doing a Jenny makeup tutorial on my sister on her new YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that link. I hope you guys enjoyed and see you next time. Bye!